I shall do it. I shall do it. Very well. I shall do it. It is begun. Give them the advantage!
This is it!
It shall be done. As you say.
Maker's breath. What are these darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here. Good point. I need to stay focused. Kill first, ask questions later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Terran Logain will be waiting for the signal.
is begun. It shall be done. I shall be It shall be done. I shall do it. It is begun. As you say. It is begun.
Hello, Mr. Niren here. So I forgot to speak because I didn't plan on playing. So I had yesterday on I believe July 13th, I believe I played for 42 minutes trying out the Sheet Happens trainer, and it didn't work very well. Most of the buttons had no effect. I could start the trainer in the menu, and then I could level up the character all the way to level 99, I believe. But she didn't, the characters, the main character, female, and the others, they didn't get skills or nor attributes when I leveled them up. So essentially their level was increased, but from to 99, but their stats weren't, so it didn't work. They still died. And then I played for about 36 or so minutes, where I tried just using the console. I had to do some edits in the files to get the console to work, and then I used run script add experience add XP 9000 to get them to level up. And then I played a bit until I died in this tavern, and then I played for over 2 hours after starting the game and used a different cheat where I were immortal, where my character were immortal but the others were not, and played quite a bit in the story. My idea then was to just play the story and not really have a challenge in the battles, because I just wanted the story, but it wasn't very fun when you are immortal. So I tried it today again to play without being immortal. So I used the run script add XP 9000. We were at level 18 when I loaded the save, and then I used it to level up to level 25. I believe the max level in the game is 99, but the max level in this area is level 25. So the sheet, if I use the sheet again now, it won't have any effect. This is the experience meter. When it reaches this end, we level up, but when I use the sheet now to give myself experience, we do not gain any experience, because there is a limit in the game on how many levels you can reach in each area. Of course, when you use the trainer, it worked to reach 99, but for some reason the stats and skills etc. weren't applied properly. At least with the console you get the appropriate skills and attributes and such, so it's more correct. So we are at max level for this area, level 25, and it's still a challenge. We managed to defeat these monsters. When I previously, as we saw, just went to this area and started to fight, we lost, because then the enemies in these areas also joined them, I believe. And the enemies in this area, and they were far too many. But now when we took out these first, and then we took out the others, it actually works. We have defeated them fair and square now without using the immortal sheet, but we are still using a sheet to make ourselves level 25 in the area instead of level 5. So we were level 5 when I played Legit, but it was impossible, so we needed to do this. I don't know how no, otherwise you're supposed to play this game like an old Baldur's Gate game. You control the characters like this, and you pause a lot, and then you do strategic or tactical moves. I'm not used to that gameplay. I prefer just playing it like World of Warcraft, you know, you attack and then you fight. I don't really like action games like the second game, but I prefer this game as an action game, because it has buttons like in World of Warcraft. It's you can essentially play it like World of Warcraft, but you need to level yourself up to the max level in the area to have a chance. Otherwise the enemies are too strong. Okay, let's continue.
I shall do it.
Alright, we managed to win. Also, by the way, I got a new armor. Check inventory. So we have the Blood Dragon Plate, Dragonbone armor. This armor was with the characters from the start, I believe. It was one of the armors we got with the game. So, but I built the Blood Dragon Plate, Dragonbone, but it required 42 strength, and I gave myself too much health when I played with the immortal sheet, so we couldn't use it. But now I instead spent enough points on the strength so we could get the best armor we had in the inventory. We have the chainmail gloves. They're better than ours. Tier 2, tier 6. I don't know, to be honest. 20 strength required. They give us armor. I don't think it's better. I'm no expert at this game, so I bought this game back in 2009 for the computer. I also had it for the PlayStation 3 at some point. Sold it. So I only started this game back in the day, and didn't like it because it was this camera view and you could click around when you moved. It played like Baldur's Gate, a game I had never played. So I didn't like it because I wanted to play a role-playing game like this. I didn't realize it could play it like this. So I uninstalled it and never played it until I believe 2022 or so, where I played the first 2 or 3 chapters without using cheats. I actually reached the area outside of this tower without using cheats, but the final area took me over 4 hours to do and was very difficult because I needed to sneak around enemies and attack very few groups at a time. And this area, however, after the great cinematic with the battle, is actually was too difficult. The enemies outside of the tower were too difficult, so only when I used a cheat to level myself up to high level could I enter the tower and get this far. Another cinematic, maybe it's the boss.
Logain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
Alright, we will save for each area as it's easy to die in this game. That way when we die we will load exactly where we last saved and don't have to replay stuff. We can get some items, Ash Warrior Axe added. So yeah, this armor is pretty cool. We can remove the helmet, but we want the helmet in battle as it increases our defense. This is how she looks without it. We have a setting on that whenever it's a cinematic she will not use the helmet. We could have used the helmet in the cinematics too, but we didn't want that. But we are using the helmet in battle because it increases our strength. We need it.
Even more darkspawn. Sense a theme?
Here are the darkspawn. Oh, there are quite a few enemies here. Ganlocks. I like the graphics and the fact we have buttons like in World of Warcraft, but game was far too difficult when playing it like World of Warcraft. Because it's intended to be played like Baldur's Gate. You're supposed to pass a lot and do a lot of micromanaging. The only game I played like that ever is Freedom Force West at Third Reich, and it's fun, but that game also is not as difficult. Fuck, I wasted a healing item there. I just clicked on the buttons like an amateur. Alright. They still are alive. Terrible West. Fuck that. We can make potions using that. One against those guys, but why the fuck are they not attacking? I don't understand. When I attack, they attack. That's not how it should be. They should attack at command, but I know that it works. It's been disabled for some reason, which is not okay at all. Not okay at all. Supposed to follow and they're supposed to attack immediately. Okay. Don't like when I have to micromanage. This guy needs to be healed. Dead. We should wait. There are some items. Ice bolt added. How those work. Plot items, ancient treaties, Potion of Ashes, Rigby's Last Will and Testament, Will's Power Flower. Okay. Frozen Lightning, common name for crystal at the natural fruit. Crushing frozen lightning gives the user a small bonus to electricity resistance. Okay. We have some healing items too. What are these? Lesser health potions, health fruit. Okay, so 3 is a healing thing. Greater health fruit in your kit. Greater health potion. Place there. Let's in your kit. Replace the other one. Just need to know which one to replace in your kit. And we need to be careful not to use those healing abilities by mistake. So 1, 2 and 1, 2 is fine. 3, 4 and 5 are healing abilities. So that we will avoid 6, 7 and 8 are abilities for battle. Okay, and zeros healing now. That's good. We need to save the game. I like that this game is very dark and have a really dark story. There is a Dragon Age Total War mod in development. It's been in development for a very long time, since 2018 at least, and they are making like armies of each of the factions. For example, all the human lordships and kingdoms, and the Dalish elves, the dwarves, etc. will be factions, and the darkspawn of course, but also I believe the army of the king, of the Grey Wardens, and the Grey Wardens themselves, etc. And I didn't know anything about this story except the little I played up until the area outside of this tower, and when I played using the immortal cheat, we finished this part of the story, and then we got Morgana, and then we went to a little village and spoke to everyone there and finished some stuff, and then we were joined by Leliana, another girl, and that's where I ended it. And I believe that it was surprising that the army we are fighting as a part of, we are a little detachment supposed to go and light the fire on this tower, while the bigger part of the army, bigger portion of the army is fighting the darkspawn. I was surprised that the entire army, including the king and our leader of the Grey Wardens, Duncan, that they were all executed and died in battle. We essentially are the only ones left, except the traitor Logain, or whatever he is named, that instead of helping in battle when we lighted the fire, he decided to leave the battlefield with his portion of the army and leave the others to die. Then he is taking over as the new king, so he's an enemy. And this hasn't happened in this let's play. It will happen soon. We need to defeat a boss first. Okay, let's enter here. It's back. Out. A bit more careful with the buttons now. Managed to win. I don't know why my character has these red lights around the character. I don't like them. I like when they look more realistic, but it's probably one of the abilities or items that cause that. You see, she has this fire effect that the others lack. I don't know why.
As you say.
Lost greater health, hold this. We could even loot a dog inside of one of the cages.
It is begun.
But we couldn't really enter there.
Very well.
Weird.
It is begun.
Since we have killed all the enemies here. There are dead dogs, but we cannot really reach them. There are also alive dogs, but we cannot get them out. They're similar to our dog. Okay, so we can continue. to win again. Good. But how is our health? 193. Maybe we need to take a pause and heal. Got some injury kits here.
Very well.
Amethyst added. Greater health poultice added. Concentrated death root extract added. By the way, in this game sometimes it's random, but when you kill an enemy, sometimes they do a fatality move, so they kill them in a more fashionable way, or in a more bloody way. They can behead the normal enemy, for example, or stab them more than usual. With the boss we saw in the other video, if I uploaded, which I haven't done yet. I have uploaded the first one where I just tried a Sheet Happens trainer and it didn't work. Because, well, I could use the level up and level down thing. They didn't get the appropriate skill points and attribute points, etc. So they were essentially just as bad, but with a higher level. And the other sheet options, like giving them attribute points, skill points, etc., didn't have any effect. So that's why I changed to the console, which required some tinkering with more than one file. But anyway, we saw in that battle where I were immortal. I had used the immortal console command, I believe run script, PC character, and I believe this guy, Alistair, just slaughtered everyone. By the way, is our mage dead? Yes, but we cannot heal him because we need to kill all the monsters first. That wasn't over.
Stay down.
I shall do it.
Alright, we killed our mage. Health poultice added. Large darkspawn shield added. Injury kit added, lesser injury kit. Health poultice added. Gained a few items there. Now I think we will heal our ally. And we go near him.
Very well.
Lesser spirit helm added. Balm added, if you want help, but balm. Lesser spirit balm. Now he is healed up. Need to wait until he has full health. I believe the boss is on the other side of that door. Maybe not. There are two other enemies there. 4th floor. He is on the 4th floor. There are two other enemies on the other side of that door. Okay, we will check the items again. Studded leather helm. It's worse, I believe. Heavy chainmail gloves. They're worse. I think tier 6 is better. Unless I'm wrong. I think that's the case. Higher the number. Okay, chainmail gloves. Tier 2. Grey item. Silverite. Grey iron. Item. Okay, smuggler chainmail boots. Tier 3. They're still worse. Scale boots. Smuggler's armor. Tier 3. We have a level tier 7. It's the best item we have. Chainmail, tier 3. Most of our items suck that we get in the game, in the early game, because we had these really good items that we got through the game for some reason. So that's why we don't need any of the stuff we pick up, because we had these that we got from the start, but we needed certain attribute points for strength, etc. to keep them. But yeah, this is a really good armor. It looks like a mod or oak armor. It's probably darkspawn related. It says blood dragon plate or dragonbone, so dragon related here. Looked really cool. I don't know why this screen is so low resolution. The game is from 2009, so this is probably the original resolution of the game, maybe. While we are using mods, of course, and other stuff, so it looks better in the actual game. Also, I love how this game is so bloody. Whenever you have had a physical battle, they're all covered in blood, which is pretty cool. So I played, when I was immortal, I played using no armor at all and just a dress and shoulder hair and such. Or I used armor but no helmet, because the stats of the items didn't matter anymore, but now they matter. So you have a helmet, for example, on, we are less likely to die. It provides some additional armor, and of course without it we are weaker. So in order to decrease the chance of losing, we are using it. Let's save the game, so you don't have to replay anything. In this game we should save often, so we can just restart before the last battle. Look at that, beheaded. So they do some cool fatalities from time to time. And also the NPC Elissa there, that you can control if you want. He killed the boss in a really cool fashion way. When we played yesterday, he like jumped up in the air and down on the boss and did a really cool finishing move. Arrow of Filth. So yeah, there are some cool finishing moves in this that happen randomly. I have never defeated a boss when they're mortals. I don't know how we will do against the boss. It'll be interesting to see. And by the way, just because I have really good stats doesn't mean my ally have. So we'll check our allies. They can also equip new stuff. Of course not the dog, but the others. By the way, I remember having 3 allies, and the dog is a 5th ally. It was a mod, so I don't know why the dog is counted as 4th. The big picture here, I believe he was a 5th one, a little. So we will look up that mod later, because it would be nice to have. Because when I got Leliana, I believe that we were 5, and I had to then remove the dog from the party and use Leliana instead, or use the dog instead of Leliana, or use the dog instead of one of the others. So essentially you can only have 4 party members at once, but there was a mod that added the dog as a 5th companion with a very small screen or image avatar, and it seems to be deactivated for some reason. So it could be nice to have the dog as a 5th character and have the humans before instead. I think it would be easier to play the game too. We did that. So we have our character, we have 3 humans and we have 1 dog. I think that's how it was when I played in 2022 or whatever. But the vanilla game only allows 3 allies, so, and the mod was through vertex, I believe. I don't know why it's not active now. I started the game through the Steam launcher here. Maybe I should have started it through vertex. Might have worked better. We only have we only have 3 allies here, so it doesn't matter. It will matter when we reach Eliana, because this mage is a temporary ally. He will be replaced with Morgana later, or Morrigan actually. Let's see. So this guy, however, will stay in the party. He has tier 2 helmet. His weapon, he has a shield and sword. Tier 2 Warden's long sword. There's no second weapon. He's a Grey Warden like us. Okay. Ceremonial gloves. What are we using? Gloves. Hurt sins. Belt, amulet, rings. You're using these coastland ceremonial gloves, you're using them. Heavy chainmail gloves. Might actually be better. Yeah, he had chainmail gloves, and now he has heavy chainmail gloves. Seems better gloves. Okay. Okay. Complete mail. Scale gloves. Rapid aim improves backstabs. Tier 3, it's higher tier, but it's leather. I think he should have a heavy chainmail. The boots. Tier 3. These are better. Smugglers. Boots. Smuggler's bracelets are better. But maybe not for him. Chainmail boots. Steel and leather. Steel might be closer to him, but the other one makes him lucky. Okay. We are probably using the coastland ceremonial boots. Could see if that affected my character. No, we are still using that. Good. Then of course he will use that too. They are tier 6, even better. Coastland ceremonial gloves, of course it used that as well. Old armor. And the coastland ceremonial armor. Wooden recruit shield. Here's the shield of the Grave Wardens. It's better. Coastland ceremonial shield. Might be better. Grave Wardens. Coastland Guard Shield. Tier 3. This old one was tier 2. Coastland Noble attire, that's not very good. Now he has way better armor. But he didn't get the helmet. The Coastland helmet. He seemed to have only one of them. One of the helmets. For weapons. Tier 3. Ash Warrior Axe. War Axe. Coastland Ceremonial Dagger. It's a dagger. It's not as good as his sword. Great sword. Tier 3. This better. That was the two-handed one. We don't want him to use that. Ceremonial longsword. This is the one we wanted him to use. I need to go back to shields. He unequipped the shield. Then we'll compare the sword with his old sword. He's got a dagger too. A great sword. Fire bolt. 3 fire damage, ice bolt. 3 cold damage, so we can keep that for the, I guess for the mage. Might do it. Grave Warden sword somewhere. Warden's longsword. Nah, I think ours is better, the one we keep now. So only the helmet is outdated now. As for the mage, her ice bolt. This is staff with the arcane bolt. I think his is better. Okay, we're done. We have the helmet, of course. Otherwise he would have had the entire armor now. Of course we'll save again, as we have replaced his gear. We're supposed to go up here. So we'll do that. Now it's boss time. Alright.
This part takes forever.
Very well.
They are quite dangerous. That was easier than I
Beacon is over here.
thought.
We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Det har varit egis genom en lightning här där. So yeah, it was easier than I thought it would be to defeat them this level, but when I played the last time I didn't even fight them. Instead my allies took care of him alone, and they were not immortal. They had the same level as here, and this guy killed him in a very cool fashion. He jumped up in the air and slew him in a very cool way. Didn't do that this time, unfortunately. Let's save the game. So we have essentially beaten this area now. Now it's just the final cinematic with the army and the king and Duncan, where they are killed essentially. We'll take the items here. Check if we have missed anything. Why the fuck is he not following? That's weird. This is just standing there.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's
Okay, see, it's because we are done. He points at where we are
too late.
supposed to go. So let's continue. Yeah, we were supposed to light something.
Sound the retreat.
What about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move! Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
Remember you, the girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
Wait, what happened to the army? To the king?
The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend, you mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Okay, why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
But Alistair, is he alright?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
Very unkind. These were his friends.
And you think they would encourage his blubbering? If so, they are not the sort of Grey Wardens the legends note.
I have some questions if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here? Where are the darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
So like in Lord of the Rings at the end of the Return of the King in the movie. Or did your mother save us, or are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Where did Theon Logain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Logain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
I happen to be nobility, you know.
I stand corrected.
I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
We'll loot this place first. Blood dragon plate added. Nice. I don't understand. Do we not already have that? So I have the blood dragon plate Dragonbone equipped. Maybe we got another one. Need to be better at updating the gear of our allies. It will make the game easier. I don't know what we just got. Weird. Need a key for that chest. We don't have at the moment. Let's just exit this place. Speak to her mother, the witch. I have played this already and played all the way to the village.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm not, thanks to Morrigan's mother.
This doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these darkspawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Changed when most of them were slaughtered. The Grey Wardens are no more. Let someone else do it, or land is hardly united thanks to Lothering. Of course not.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Lothering do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
We need to find this archdemon, or what is this archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Alistair is the real Grey Warden here, not me. Will you help us fight this blight, Flemeth?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Arl Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Earl Eamon, Earl of Redcliffe, or perhaps we could go to him then. I think the Earl would believe us over the Tairn. Earl Eamon, the Earl of Redcliffe.
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Caelan's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Sure, there are other allies we could call on.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I think that's an excellent idea. What make you think we want her? Thank you, but if Morgan doesn't want to wish to join us, I think that's an excellent idea.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well, we'll take her with us. Or was this your idea all along? She had better be useful, as you say. Very well, we'll take her with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these 2 must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
I think we should just get underway. No, I prefer you to speak your mind.
You will regret saying that.
Dear sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Now that we need all the help we can get. Not really no. Oh, get over yourself, Alistair.
If you worry that I will summon demons and transform into an abomination, I assure you I will at least wait until you are not looking.
I feel better already.
I think we should just get underway. Actually, I have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Are you really Clement's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
It's just difficult to imagine her, or I'm just wondering her age. She just going to stay here alone. We'll go with
Young? Married? Pregnant? Who said she was any of these things? I certainly did not.
Wait, have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Tell me about this village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
How are we going to get past the darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
That's not reassuring. I don't sense any darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The darkspawn are camped farther in the forest, huh?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Excellent, you'll at least be of some use.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Alright, we're done here. Got some new quests. Premium content, Soldier's Pass. Travel to Soldier's Pass. Journey to Soldier's Pass where a troubled merchant awaits with a deal that may just be too good to be true. And the Blight, the Earl of Redcliffe. Alistair thinks that you should seek the help of Aemon Guerin, the Earl of Redcliffe. Earl Aemon is a highly respected noble and has a great deal of influence in the Landsmeet. Alistair believes that he will certainly aid you once he learns about Loghain's betrayal. Paragon of her kind. Gain Orzamar's aid in battling the Blight. You need to travel deep underground to the fabled dwarven city of Orzammar, earn the trust of her king and dwarven troops for your army. Nature of the beast. Gain the cooperation of the Dalish clans. The wandering Dalish elves, if brought together, are a force to be reckoned with. While they remain suspicious of outsiders, they may still honor the old Grey Warden treaties. Okay, go to the Dalish elves and seek their help to fight the Blight. And the elves in this game are like wood elves, but they are also broke and actually discriminated against by the humans that are the nobles of the lands. And the dwarves, I believe they are also respected, but as smiths and such, they forge great weapons like in other fantasy like IPs, but the elves are not high elves, they are actually shunned in this world. Broken Circle. Gather the mages of the circle for your army. Circle of Magi is a group of powerful mages. If you can enlist their help, they will prove formidable against the darkspawn. Circle Tower is situated on Lake Kalinad. Alright. We are ready to leave very soon. To the world map. We're playing a bit differently now. I picked a few different choices in the dialogue because I felt like it, and then we are not actually removing the helmet in the field because we're still we are not immortal. We can lose. We are higher level now, so it's less likely that we lose. Yes, we leave for the... Wait a second, we will first save the game right here. And now we leave for the other areas. So this is the map of Ferelden. Map. So essentially in the Total War game you will have this map. It's a Medieval 2 map. Medieval Total War Kingdoms, and then you'll be able to play as different nations. So this is Ferelden. I don't know if Ferelden is one nation or so. But anyway, there will be multiple factions. I believe they maxed out to 31 factions, and you will be able to play, for example, the Grey Wardens and the King that just died, and I don't know if the heroes are included, but I think the King was. I saw a picture of him, and his army is certainly included as one of the armies. The Darkspawn are one, the Dwarves and the Elves are two others. But yeah, there are more factions than in this game. Probably there, I believe each people with any form of military would be represented. Okay, and we are here now. Clement's Hut, the mother of like Morgan, and we have these areas we could go to. We can only go to Lothering right now, a small town just off the Imperial Highway, the edge of the hinterlands. This is where we are going. We did most stuff here. We are ready to leave, and I ended the recording previously. So it will be more difficult now as I fought a few monsters outside of the village or town, and they were really dangerous. They killed all my allies, and the only one they couldn't kill was me because I was was immortal. So now we're dying. Okay, and we will get a new party member here, Liliana. The problem is that we can only have 4 party members at once, so the dog would be cut. But I remember having a mod that allowed us to have the dog as a 5th member. We have a very small avatar here, and so we might need to exit the game before we get Liliana and start the game through the Vertex program. Then we might actually be able to use that mod, which will allow us to have 5 party members, so it would be more fun. We have other areas too that we can't go to right now. Brazilian outskirts, the edge of the Brazilian forest, dangers of which are well recorded in local legends. We wouldn't want to go there yet. Danarim, Ferelden's largest city and main port. It is also the location of the royal palace. We are here at the edge of Ferelden. No, we are here, Clement's hut actually. The wilds down here. So this is Ferelden. I believe their army was the army that lost. I could be wrong. Lake Kalanad docks, sitting in the shadows of the old Imperial Highway. These docks are now the only means to reach the tower. Circle Tower, rising out of the middle of Lake Kalanad. This tower is the home of the Ferelden's Circle of Magi. This tower is the home of Ferelden's Circle of Magi. So here is where we get the mages. Redcliffe's castle, a fortress high above the village, the home of Earl Eamon. Wherein we need to go there to get help from Earl Eamon. Redcliffe village, a fishing village on the shores of Lake Kalanad. Sulcher's Pass, although the route is more treacherous than Garland's Pass to the north. Sulcher's Pass can save more than 2 days travel of the journey to Orlace. Here is where we should speak with a merchant. Frostback Mountains, a range of dramatic peaks that stretch across western Ferelden, forming a natural border with Orlace. Okay, we'll go there. See these blood marks there. So you move on an overmap like this, and then you reach the area. So it's not the open world.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess the pretty one is the leader.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
Right, we have 4 options. You should listen to your friend, we're not refugees. Or your toll collectors then. Or I don't have that kind of coin. Very well, here's 10 silvers. You should listen to your friend, we're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Your toll collectors then.
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
You're fixing the highway, I think not. Perhaps you should charge more then. I don't have that kind of coin. Very well, here's 10 silvers. Fixing the highway? I think not.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
Do shut up. Even a genlock would have understood that.
I don't have that kind of coin. Very well, here's 10 silvers. Forget it, I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Can certainly try, or intimidate. You really want to fight a Grey Warden? Or 3? Fine, here's 10 silvers, just let me buy. 2. Intimidate. Do you really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But aren't them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
You are too kind, or 2. Actually, let's add bandit slaying to that list. Or 3. Persuade. You know, the Grey Wardens could use a donation. 1. You are too kind.
Yes. Well, move along then. Do enjoy your stay in Lothering.
So let them be alive this time. In the previous, when I played with the immortal sheet, we killed them all. Now we let them live. So certain story bits will be different because of that. We'll, however, take this stuff. Oh, they attacked because we...
It's your time to shine!
Take from them.
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the darkspawn get us all.
Pick the wrong target. Get by, you're a criminal. This short operation is pathetic, I could do better. Pick the wrong target. Get by, you're a criminal.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
Now you die. That's all you deserve. I want some questions answered. Turning you into the authorities. You'll follow my lead. I could use some soldiers.
What, are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier.
Okay, I want some questions answered.
What did I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What exactly have you been doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tern Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Have you heard about any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
What news have you heard?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Tern Loghain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
I'm done asking
Well
questions.
then, let me go!
Hand over everything you've stolen and start running and don't come back. I'm turning you into the authorities.
There aren't any! Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
Hand over everything you've stolen. He will probably attack if I do that. They'll do what they must. Come with me. He will probably attack. No matter what. If I pick this one he will attack. This one he will attack. This one he will attack. So we'll see. We'll go with hand over everything you've stolen.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Okay. Then start running and don't come back.
Bless you. The darkspawn can have this place.
Oh, another guy survived. Two died. Right, and we were supposed to go down there, I believe. Trigger the next cutscene. Yeah. Here it is.
Well, there it
Lothering.
is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
What do you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I need to look for Fergus. He might still be alive.
He was out scouting in the wilds, wasn't he? That's what the king said.
Then attempting to look for him there would be foolish. He is either dead or he managed to flee to the north.
Very sensitive.
I am simply saying that it is foolish to mount a rescue when you have no notion where this man is and the wilds are overrun with darkspawn. You will either find him somewhere outside the wilds with other survivors, or not at all.
That doesn't mean I shouldn't look for him.
That's exactly what it means. You wish to do this brother of yours a service? Avenge him. The time to look for survivors will come later.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Yes, I have.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Where do we find Earl Eamon?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Where will we find the Dalish Elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
Where do we find the dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Where do we find the Circle of Magi?
That will be at their tower on Lake Kallenhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
Where would Logan be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
I don't need more
Then you have a
directions.
plan.
Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Are you leaving it up to me? Or what do you think we should do? Morgan will go with... Why are you leaving it up to me?
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Al-Eman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Do you think we should do, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the darkspawn are upon us.
I think her suggestion is madness. Go straight for the Logan guy and be killed by his army. I think we need the army first. And as we heard, we cannot go to the dwarves immediately, as the enemies there would be too strong. I think we need to follow a certain... I have no idea, I've never played this game before. No, in 2009 I played it, only the starting area. Started up the game, was disappointed that it was a point and click game, and exited and didn't play it again until 2022 or something. And I started this one after modding it. So essentially we have some mods active, like the hair for main character for example, but and maybe this girl Morgan is more beautiful but than in the original game. So we have a few mods active, but there are few mods that we run through the Vortex launcher, and it allows us to have 5 party members. So we will restart the game and try that launcher, see if we can have the dog and Eliana in the same party without removing one of them. But anyway, I believe I have no idea if it's certain or not, but I think we need to get the humans from Earl Aemon first, and then the elves, and then the dwarves, and then the magi. But I don't know if we need to get them in that order or not, but we'll do it. I'm ready to get going, or I'm not sure if this is a good idea.
I'm not sure I like any of it either, but we don't have a lot of choice in the matter.
Of course you have a choice. You could run and forget about it all. Let the Darkspawn do as they wish until other Grey Wardens come. If they come.
That's what you call a choice?
It may not be a good choice, but it's a choice nevertheless. We all choose our path, even when it seems there is only one direction we should go.
How enlightening. At any rate, I'll stay with you whatever you decide.
Ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Alright. Say the game. So we spoke through all that. And
I want to go home.
here we have a cow. Let's pick up some items. And chicken. So over here.
Just how smart are Mabari supposed
Where
to be
can
anyway?
we go? This is
You
no
think they
better than
understand
what we
everything
left.
we say?
I don't like this place.
Oh, is
did we
that
come
so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice.
Gain
You're
some,
not a moron,
some
for all we
items
know.
here. You get them. Elf fruit added.
Hey now!
Small shield added.
There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy?
By the way, might want to check the items of Morgan. In case she has any items we could give her. Still want her to be a mage. Tier 2. Or 4 to darkspawn. Staff. Black and hardwood staff. Requires 18 magic. 18 magic. Restriction mage. Code 40. Armor penetration 24. 52 range. They are the same in stats, but they have different green, like special abilities. So the darkspawn staff has 1 spell power, plus 1 spell power, plus 2.5 spirit damage, plus 1 fire damage. Her original staff, the black and heartwood staff, Has plus 2 damage, plus 5 spirit with resistance, plus 2 spell power, plus 2 spirit damage. I think her staff is better. And she has the staff projectile, arcane bolt. Okay, but we could give her this staff as a second staff. Arcane bolt seems to be what? Firebolt. Let's see. Darkspawn staff looks the same as the other one. Okay. But her armor. Shade mail. You don't want her to use stuff that doesn't fit. Restriction Morgan's robes. I prefer her using her own robes.
Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? That's what the Chantry kept telling me anyhow.
Stuff. Here we have an item we could get greenstone added. Had a chest we could open there.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
I want to go home.
Right, let's move.
Where can we go? This is no better than what we left.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you mean?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Are you keeping me from going in? Can I ask a few questions?
I'm just out here to keep an eye out for darkspawn. Please ask someone in town. No offense.
Is anyone in charge here?
The band has marched north with Tern Loghain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
Alright.
I'm just here to keep watch.
Sure, we are gonna be able to use an army of these guys in the Dragon Age to the War mod. So they have the policy that they won't release it until it's perfect, so that's why it's taken years. I believe project started in 2018 and now it's 2026 and they still haven't released anything. So I am not a friend of the developers, they don't like me, but I still think the units look cool and the world is interesting. I don't know a lot about it. I have all 3 first games, the Dragon Age IP, Dragon Age 1 Origins, and Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age 3. I believe Inquisition is the third one. But anyway, the other games are different. They are action games, which I am not a big fan of. This one is better. It's more like a mix between Baldur's Gate game and World of Warcraft. It's a bit too difficult, that's why I needed to use the cheats, but I don't know a lot about the story. I only know about the story up to this point. So I played a bit in the second game, so I tried it out and played through the prologue. I don't remember much, but this game is much more to my taste than the second one. Okay, but we are still playing this as a fighting game, but it's a big difference because we still have buttons like in World of Warcraft here. So I like the fighting system here. In the second game it's more like an action game, so you don't have any of these buttons, instead you use hack and slash. And I never liked hack and slash games.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
So essentially we will still play the mod. They have a really good map made by Soul Games Inc. and it's really cool. The models are by a guy that I don't really like. But, even so, doesn't mean I can't play the game. I mean, I don't like the current developers of Beneath the End Times either, and I still play that mod. So, I mean, it's, even if you don't like the developer, you can still play the mod. But the Dragon Age of the War mod is not out yet, but it might be released. It might be released this year actually.
I hear you drove off those bandits. I hope they don't come back. I hear you drove off those bandits.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Ah, look how...
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you? Get rid of the tiny part and I'll consider it. You're profiting, ruffling some feathers. Solve this yourselves, not getting involved. Get rid of the tiny part and I'll consider it.
I'm not the only one with some business sense.
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Can you beat that offer, sister? Or agree, those of you not here to do business, leave now. Or 3, you don't think you're being unscrupulous. 4, I hear you're making a killing, me too, kill him. Agreed, those of you not here to do business, leave now. 1, can you beat that offer, sister?
You want me to bid against him? We don't have that kind of coin.
What do I get if I help you?
We have nothing to offer but our gratitude.
So this yours. I suppose it's not right to run off desperate folk.
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I think you can compromise and still make a profit now. Intimidate, lower your prices or lose your goods. Or then go if that's what you wish. Fair enough. Time to go, priest. Persuade. I think you can compromise and still make a profit now.
And hear more belly aching? I'd rather take my goods back to Denerim.
Then go if that's what you wish, or intimidate, lower your prices, or lose your goods. Or I tried my best. Time to go, priest.
Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
A fine sentiment, if I've ever heard one.
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Ha! Serves that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes?
Don't worry about it. I hate the self-righteous. I hear you're making a killing. Me too. Don't worry about it. I hate
And
the
yet,
self-righteous.
Alistair continues to tag along.
Hey! I agree. But good deeds shouldn't go unrewarded. 100 silvers, and I'd be pleased to offer you a discount.
Let's see what you have then. Yes, well, carry on. Let's see what you have then.
This way. And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
Alright, so we can buy stuff here. Firebomb. And thrown this bomb explodes with flame, dealing fire damage to all creatures that we hit. I have a bunch of stuff here. Can buy stuff here too. War and large round shield. Tier 8. It's better than what we have. How much money do we have? 28 gold. 55 silver. Round shield. It's better than our shield. Maybe we should get it. Scale armor. Tier 8. It's better tiered than our, but not as good. Didn't have as many green attributes added. Weapons. Great sword tier 6. Dragonbone. Might actually want such a sword. Canary great sword. Dragonbone. 38 strength. 17 with 60 damage. Critical chance 240. It's 2 damage. Plus 1% melee critical chance, plus 1 armor penetration. Our old one has 2 armor penetration for attack. I don't know if this one is better. Sells for 2 gold, sells for 12. I think our current one is better actually. Fire bomb. Let's get it. Acid flask. That one too. Healing. Spied that too. Stamina drought. Lesser Emir kit. I will add some new items. Flask of red wine. Gifts can be sold to a merchant or given to certain party members to influence their approval rate. I see. Let's go over to Swift Salve. Use Swift Salve. Increases the user's movement and attack speed for a short time. Lesser Warmth Bomb. Warmth Bomb increases the user's resistance to fire damage for a short time. Lesser Ice Salve. Resistance to cold damage for a short time. Acidic Coating. A weapon coated in acid deals nature damage with each hit. Lyrium Potion. Instantly restores a portion of the user's mana. Only spellcasters can use it. Like more again. Lesser Stamina Drought. Stamina Droughts instantly restore some of the user's stamina. Only warriors and rogues can use them. Okay. Don't need anything else here. And let's save the game. Previously when I played,
came here to get away from the fighting.
I believe I killed this guy, the merchant. Everyone else left, so they didn't want me to kill him.
The Chanters are still operating their board.
There'll just be more bandits as soon
How
as you
There are some
That's
bugs with some
dedication.
NPCs,
the
they
Chantry board.
changed their
Yes, let us run errands.
textures.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, "My hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one."
Greetings. That's a weird bug. Smile back.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons.
What's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and unto the Maker.
So if I wanted to touch a roof, I talk to him.
There's all sorts of things on his board. Even travelling sellswords sometimes turn in postings.
So he really can't speak at all.
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
The Maker is a righteous ass. Anything to say to that? Or a chanter says what? Or anything of interest on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Alright. Check this. Bandits. Bandits everywhere. It's a quest.
As you say.
Shornos. Bandits. Bandits everywhere. Fallen Templar. You found the body of a Templar slain by bandits. His corpse had been picked clean of everything. Save a note and a locket. Perhaps the locket will mean something to someone back in Lothering. Chantler's board. Came across a Chantler's board in Lothering. Chanter Devons is in charge of the board. She fills with the villagers' requests for help. Perhaps you'll be able to help the village with some of its troubles. Without bandits, there is a notice on the Chanter's board about bandit groups lurking north of Lothering. There are 3 groups in all, and they must be eradicated. I did that before accepting the quest previously, and I had an immortal character, and they managed to kill everyone but the main character, so it was difficult.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Got this stuff. Sapphire added and longbow added. Speak to these elves. They are outcasts.
Greetings to you, milady. If it
Frame
isn't too much to
like
ask,
this.
might you be able to spare some bread?
It's like a mod that improves the graphics, but for some reason NPCs sometimes glitch out like this. What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything.
We need to restart
Food,
the game.
clothes, my daughter's pet lamb.
It is.
Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
We didn't have this bug previously when I played. So we need to restart it to get rid of that bug. Sorry for your situation, but I cannot help. Or 2, I met these bandits, they're dead now. 3, I met these bandits and drove them off. Or 4, here's 50 silvers. 5, I can spare nothing for beggars. 4, here's 50 silvers.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Bless you, this will help us a great deal.
I'm cold. I don't like this.
It's very weird. So we will can save the game here. And then we will certainly exit. See if we reload it, if they will be unbugged or not. If we need to restart the game. Because they were not bugged the last time I played, and I don't want characters to look bugged. It ruins the immersion. Morgan has joined you at her mother's behest, though she seemed reluctant to do so, has agreed to guide you safely through the wilds. She has also suggested that you first stop by the village north of the wilds to rest and replenish your supplies. Now they're still bugged. Weird. Let's exit. So that's a weird bug. When we're at it, we could as well start the vortex launcher. So we are still recording, by the way. This NVIDIA Shadow Player recorder records outside of the game too. Let's start the launcher. This should be updated soon. And this one finishes loading. We played for 18.3 hours now. We had played for 16 hours previously. I played for 2 hours or 2.3 hours since then. Can shut down this. Okay. We need to start up the Vertex launcher and launch the game through it instead. It takes a while to start. Run as administrator. I use Vertex for The Witcher 1 and for, I believe, Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. But I also used it for this game in the past and for Fallout, I believe, Fallout 3 game from 2007. It had lots of mods. They deleted all of those Fallout 3 mods. So I just wasted a lot of time installing all of them in 2022 or so. Because I didn't like how the NPCs in the game, the allies, were immortal. Otherwise it would have been pretty cool. We have replayed most of the stuff I had done. So we have Skyrim here. But we will change the game to master list is invalid. What? Set master list. Check. Have all of these mods for Skyrim. We need to switch out the games. So Dragon Age Origins, Fallout 3, which I've never played on YouTube. Played, of course, Dragon Age Origins, but only 0 active mods. We have lost the mods. That's maybe why the dog no longer counts as a 5th mod. We have Final Fantasy 12 that I play with 23 mods. Haven't played it since the summer of 2022 or 2023. Skyrim Special Edition, the remaster, we have it with 59 mods, and we have the original Legendary Edition of Skyrim with 51 mods. Mostly are the same, but there were a few cool mods that allowed us to have our own characters as companions that no longer work with the Skyrim Special Edition, which is why they crash instead of working. And so because this version of Skyrim has been updated, rendering old mods non-functional and causing them to crash when used. So whenever I try to summon my own character, it will crash. But with the Skyrim's Legendary Edition, it works. Of course, this one is no longer like sold on Steam, but you can still get it on Steam if you buy a CD key from one of the online stores and then activate it on Steam, and then you can still download it. So you just need to get one of the city keys. Yeah, that were released for the physical edition of this version. We have Final Fantasy 12 with 23 mods. I've lost all the mods for Fallout 3 because I uninstalled them in the game probably. Dragon Age Origins, I used to have at least 8 mods, but no longer. The Witcher I have only 2. To activate Dragon Age Origins, check the mods. So we have no mods installed. Seems the video has finished that they were uploading there. You can exit that. We can immediately upload another one. We had 3 older videos from Dragon Age. So the first one was the one where I tried to use Sheet Happens Sheets, and that's the one that just finished uploading. You can delete it. The second one was when I played just like I do now, without cheats, but managed to die in the end. I fought in the tower. I believe I defeated the enemies before the tower and entered the tower and defeated a few more, and then I died. Then I stopped playing. This one I think we can delete. And then we have this one where I played for 2 hours 50 minutes, but we're immortal. And that one we will upload because I spoke the entire time. So it will be like an extra video where I played essentially the same stuff I'm doing now. We'll start the upload, that one. So I played it because I got tired of dying all the time, and then I just wanted the story, but then I changed my mind, so I decided to start from before the tower, and then I replayed most of it now without using immortal sheet for the main character, but we are still using a sheet that makes everyone level 25 at start, so essentially instead of level 5 you are at 25, but it's still a challenge in the battles when we play it more like an action game, and we are still recording. That's why this one has this symbol. Okay, and we're gonna start it through the vertex launcher, but seems that we no longer have the mods. Here we have Morrowind. So exit that. Dragon Age Origins, and should be a lot of mods for it. If you want the specific mod where we could have the dog as a 5th party member, epilogue coronation rendered in game. The concluding Bing cinematics finally rendered in game and with additional fixes. So they were cut or something, I don't know. Mods. Popular, maybe. Extra dog slot, that's exactly the one we want. Last downloaded a file from this mod on 22nd November 2023. It was in 2023. This mod allows the dog to tag along with the player character for most of the game. As a 5th companion residing in the topmost available summon slot. Summon slots are mini portraits that reside to the right of each NPC portrait, and presented with a party selection screen. If you do not choose the dog as one of your 4 primary companions, he will automatically appear next to the player character as a 5th companion after the selection screen goes away, and present as a 5th party member, so you can tell the dog to leave or call him back using a new dog whistle item. which will appear in your inventory after you acquire the dog as a companion. So we are not even supposed to have the dog as a companion, but because I used an old save that used to have this mod on and active, he comes as the fourth companion. We were otherwise supposed to have only 3 companions during the tower missions. While the mini slot is normally used for summon creatures, this man manages the slot so that the dog is a full-blown party member and not a simple summon. All dialogue options, banter and special events and abilities involving the dog will still work. So it's a summon slot. We'll still get this, and Vertex, of course. We'll download it on the Vertex launcher. Good, have the mod. Again, so he will count as a 5th party member like this. Of course we only have 4, then it's fine that he's one of these, but we are replacing him with Leliana, and he will be the 5th one. Will be 1 party member stronger. Okay, and then we'll back out. Let's just go to mods. Let's see. Lady of the Forest, look like playable mage. Spent 30 minutes on the character creation screen and created an elven mage who looks very much like the Lady of the Forest. I have tried playing as Lady of the Forest using cheats before, but it didn't. Let's see. We don't want to change the playable character, but we could want better looking companions. Let's go to the companion screen. Allows you to hear more comments from companions in some scenes or ambient dialogue. Okay, Elissa's Leliana looks worse than the other one. Red hair, she used to have orange hair. I don't really want her. Sassy Severan. Modify Severan might have companion. Is that a guy? Or is it a girl? Looks like a girl, doesn't it? Might be. I've always hated the Severan's original hair. Okay, I don't know. Might be a guy, it's an elf probably. Yeah, it's probably a male elf. Snips redesigned Leliana. This looks better than the other one. Even though I don't like the glasses. It looks a bit more beautiful here. Hair option 3. Oh, this is really good. The original is more like orange haired and very short hair, but still similar to this one. But less feminine. These look more interesting. Gemini. Okay. This one I kinda like too. This is like the most accurate to the original look, but more fabulous. Looks more, what should I say, more beautiful, but similar to the original. But I would most likely use this one. Or this one maybe, but I think this one. Even though I don't like the hair on the over here. don't know. This one fit better maybe. This one was decent too. Too close to Morgan. This looks like something out of Resident Evil. Okay. I think we'll get the stuff here. You look for Leliana with 5 different hair options as well as glasses option. Yeah, we'll get that for sure. Okay, open with Venerar. And X this. Snips Leliana. Camouflage. Let's check again. What options do we have? Hair option 1, camouflage. This is the most accurate to her original look, and I kinda like it. Looks good. Even though a little bit of a tomboy, but still feminine. So if I wanted her to look like in the original, we would use this. A better version of the original look. But this one, Sprout, is more feminine, I guess, but still very old school. This one looks like Morgan, otherwise decent. This one is the most like I would want them to look, long hair and such. I think we'll go for this one, hair option 4. For Leliana, we'll get her soon as a party member. No glasses, of course. And we need to put the file somewhere. Remember to download all the requirements found on this description page of the mod. Tell me if there are any problems. Okay, there are no requirements. Found on the description page of the mod. You look for Leliana with 5 different hair options as well as the glasses option. Don't want her to look like a nerd. Okay, Dragon Age and the cat games. Actually, Steam Maps, Common Dragon Age. Yeah, this is the place. In data modules, single player. No, it was Neverwinter Nights that placed mods in the modules folder. Maybe this one should just be placed elsewhere. They didn't write where I'm supposed to put them. Will they do this? Place your Leliana hair and face morph files into the override folder at the exact directory. Steam, of course. I also have the non-Steam version, but use Steam because it was then I could update it. I only had the original game for the DVD, but by using Steam I could get all the expansions and extra content. That's why I'm using Steam. Extract the modded files and paste them in documents by overdrive. Fuck you. Wait, documents. I see. Yeah, some games place them there. The map is common. Let's go back. Ah, that's the wrong one. We'll exit. Games. This might be the correct one. Nope. Exit. Oh, I had it open before. I don't know why it's not open now. Okay. Go to documents. To this menu. BioWare. Dragon Age. And packages core override. Ah, so it's here. We had a lot of mods installed already. More hashtags, improved atmosphere, etc, etc. So we will install the improved stuff here. And I don't know at all if we're supposed to install it in this location or not. Select the modded files and place them in. Well, let's see. You only need to copy the .more file. Desktop.ini file is a hidden Windows system file that controls folder icons. It was accidentally included by the mod creator and has nothing to do with the game. Copy only the file ending in more. Alright, okay, we've done it. And now we need to go back to companions. I would like a better Morrigan. I like her kind of armor and stuff, but I do not really like her hair. So this is like the Morrigan we have. New morphs, new faces for some of the companions in the original campaign. There is a variation of the morph. That Morrigan had a better face. Let's check it out. Much better. The hair is better too. New faces for some of the companions in the original campaign. There is a variation of morph for several in the vanilla style or in the DA2 elf style. There's also a new morph for Liliana in the DLC and optionally a new outfit for her. Requirements. Liliana's song. Nexus requirements back to Ferelden. Optional needed for Liliana's UTC file. Morrigan. Could be worth getting. That Morrigan looked a lot better. Look at the face, much more attractive, and the hair a lot better. But I'm not certain it's the best one available. might be even better ones. Let's see. Morrigan. And this is pretty much how she looks in my game. We want different hair for Morgan. Gaelic Morgan, much better. Morgan's strong grip. Ultimate enchant mother look true. She seems pretty evil, Morgan. Random. Check all of these. This one is pretty good looking. Based on the one of the faces in Tiras. But this is not mad. Random. This one was a lot better. I would like it to look like this, but these are not actually modded characters. What the fuck? So I didn't want them to search for images. I wanted them to search for downloadable characters. Morrigan. Images, videos, mods. All the mods seem to look like that. Okay, then we've decided we'll go for this one. Manual download. Feral then. You don't need that. At least I don't think so. Let's download this. I don't know why it's bugged too. Maybe we had a mod in the past that we have uninstalled from the Vertex file. Morrigan. Yeah, we will install this Morrigan instead. To the override. She'll be more attractive. So we will start it through this program. Yeah, we will deploy. We only really wanted the dog as a 5th slot, so we can have all 5 team members in a party. Of course, we'll probably get more team members later, and then we will still need to remove others. We can have 4 humans or elves or whatever, dwarves, and 1 dog is an extra. The dog won't take up one of the other slots. Now the question is why it doesn't start. Mod deployment is pending. This means that changes made to mods such as updating, enabling, disabling, as well as newly set mod rules need to be deployed to take effect. Deploy. It's not starting. What? If we can't start it through the Vertex launcher, we won't have a 5th party member. We'll still get the better looks for the girls, so I think we'll just start it this way then. We'll play with 4 party members and remove the dog. For now at least, so we couldn't start it through the Vertex launcher anymore. We will have a better looking Morgan. I still want, I believe, replay from when she joined. I think we will skip that. And just load the save, the new look, and then get Liliana. That will replace the dog. You want to at least play what we had done previously. When we were immortal. Okay, load game. This game is still fun. I like games where I get to pick choices and stuff. It feels like the Old Republic, Star Wars Old Republic. or the older Knights of the Old Republic games. They are fun, but this one was much more difficult. So we had no choice but to increase our levels. So the latest events Morgan has joined. Yeah, already read that previously. Fuck, she got bugged out. Oh, these guys are no longer bugged, so we fixed that, but the mod for Morgan is not working. That's bad. And we have to exit and get that file they told us about. Of course we don't want to play when they look bugged. If we play for extended periods of time, maybe they bug out because of the old engine. It's a game from 2009 after all. Actually looked even worse than before. Okay. Description, requirements. Back to Feral then. This is the mage pack and some items from the rogue pack from the Dragon Age 2 imported to Dragon Age Origins with the supporting LOD2 files. Yeah, we will get this, we need these files after all. We don't need the vertex thing. Manual download. Alright. And how do we install it? Installation. This mod will add to your inventory the following items. Fugitives, mantle, Malcolm's bequest with the Apostate's mask, Malcolm's honor staff, Apostate's courage staff, Black Fox's jerkin, mail only, and Sir Isaac's armor, mail only. To use version 1.7, remove version 1. It is installed by deleting Mage Pack Dragon Age 2 mod folder from your override folder. To install the new version 1.7, unzip back to Feral then and paste it as contents. Okay, the override folder. Okay, override folder. I think we can just see. To install the new version, unzip back to Feral then and paste its contents to your override folder. Back to Feral then. Assets. Yeah, I think we will just unzip it like this and see if it works. Because the other files here had a lot of like subfolders. Feral then. We'll try this. restart. If she's still bugged, we'll just delete the files we just downloaded and play as we used to before this. Bad might have happened. Crashed. Fuck. I don't know what to do then. Assets. Maybe we should can try this to extract the contents of that folder instead and delete this file. See if this works. If not, we'll just delete everything. Play without it. So we originally exited not to get new mods, but because the NPCs are bugged, so we need to exit. So that when we restarted it, the NPCs were back. Okay, good. And we had exited the game. Now it started, but it looked bugged, so yeah, unfortunately. Okay, then we'll accept Morgan's current look. Override. Okay, back to Feral then. Remove everything. Red Morgan, mod it didn't work. Okay, but we still have the improved version of Liliana. We'll see if she's bugged. Probably not, hopefully not. Okay, let's continue a bit longer. We're supposed to eat by now, but we'll finish this stuff and then we'll eat. In God's name. Crashed. I deleted the files, but no idea. It's wrong here. Try again then. Might have broken the game. Crashed again. Alright, we'll end the video here. So I have managed to mess up the game and by adding those Morgan files, and then I remove them, and for some reason the game still crashes. So it's like it couldn't handle me removing the files, and if I keep them in, she has a purple face and no hair. So it's weird. It's like when I added a mod, I could still load the save and have changes applied, but when I remove the files, then it cannot load anymore for some reason. Very weird. It doesn't revert back to the original for some reason. Thank you for watching. We will continue later when I fix the problem. And in the worst case, we'll have to uninstall everything and save a backup of the save files. Because, yeah, it might be broken. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.